he needs to learn all 4 positions. That it's important for him to have that knowledge so he can be plugged in anywhere at any time in case there's any kind of injury. Your thoughts on him learning all those positions?
Yeah, I think what we're trying to do is we need to create an environment where we can have multiple players play multiple positions, because what that does, it adds to our depth. The fact that if we get an injury on the inside, Bo can go there. If we get an injury at at the mic, if we're able to put Boseko in there or Josh in there, it just gives us more depth. And so that's what we're trying to do. And I think Bo's very intelligent, and he's demonstrated that he can learn them all. And what we're doing now is trying to create practice situations where we can actually rotate him in and get him the repetitions so he can become very sharp and skilled in those positions.
Do you have a sense right now of where you want to plug him into right now?
I think right now with Bo, I think the rotation has been more of learning Sam, which is his natural position, and then the drop, which is the opposite outside position. I think that's the concentration right now. And I know Coach Al is working specifically on those 2 techniques. As we get into the next year, the double days in next year, we'll probably start teaching him some of the weak inside position. It's just how well does he grasp it. We'll determine when we can and cannot use him in there. But it's nice to have guys ready, especially this year. We lost a lot of seniors at the linebacker positions. And so the guys that have played, if they can now play multiple positions, it adds a lot more depth and experience on the field.
What does that say specifically about Bo, that he can do that and line up anywhere?
Well, I think Bo is a pretty incredible person from the standpoint of Bo speaks 5 or 6 languages. Bo played wide receiver. He played DB. He comes to Oregon. We make him linebacker. He picks it up really fast. And now we're asking him to learn more of the defense. So I think he's a very versatile person, a very intelligent person, and a very driven person. And I think those are the things that have allowed him to have success thus far, and his upside is tremendous.
How about athletically? He said his first love was basketball, and he says that actually helped him to play football.
Yeah, I think most high school players most dual sport guys think they're basketball players. In Bo's case, I actually went to a basketball game, and I had no idea he was that good of an athlete. I mean, he took off from the baseline, a 2-hand dunked on the guy, and I freaking, wow. I knew it was good, I had no idea. Just his overall athletic skills is enabling him to play a lot of position, because he's smart, so he can read things on the inside. On the outside, he's a natural pass rusher because he's quick and he uses his hands well. And then also because he's so athletic, he can drop into coverage, and he can cover man to man. And so that's a pretty good skill set when you put all that together with a guy who's intelligent and driven.
What's your overall thoughts right now then on the depth of the linebacker core?
I think we're pleased with where we are overall. I think Kiko Alonso's jumped out. I think DeWitt Stuckey's jumped out. I think Michael Clay's jumped out. I think all those guys have Boseko. Josh could do. All those guys are competing at a pretty good level at this point, a really good level. So we're excited about that. Trying to develop the next person. Is it Malone? Is it Blake or Jennings? Is it one of those guys? Trying to find that next person, and that's what we're trying to figure out the rest of spring practice. Who is that next person? We'd like to finish it with a 2 deep.
Okay.
We already know that we can move Josh inside, because Josh played inside at times as a freshman and a sophomore, so he can do it. Now we're teaching Bo to play both the drop and the Sam, so we've added some depth to the drop position. And so right now we're just sharpening all these guys so that when we get to the match, we can move them wherever we need them and not miss a beat.
Right. Do you expect to go the same kind of rotation you had last year, or not there yet?
I think with our defensive philosophy, we're going to always be rotating a lot of guys. It does a couple things for you. The first thing it does, it keeps you fresh. The second thing it does, it continues to build depth. One thing that happens when you play one guy primary, when he gets hurt, you bring in a guy that doesn't have a lot of experience because he's not been in a rotation. When you rotate guys, all of a sudden the first guy go down, well, the second guy's been playing anyway. And so you got a guy that's been playing, and as the season goes along, you're building a lot more depth overall on your unit, and that's our goal.
Yep. Thank you, Don.
Okay. Appreciate it.